Hello and good afternoon. A lovely day today. Just look what's in front of me. Look at that. Lovely. These are known as the Fokker formation flying team from the Netherlands. Just landed in front of us. Absolutely lovely. Just look at that. All planes, Fokker aircraft. Well, we can zoom in somewhat. That's the closest zoom that I can get on these four beauties. Look at that. And we were just standing here at the airport of Lelystad. We had nothing else to do, so we thought, you know, we're just gonna take a look. There's Brad right over there. And all of a sudden I heard this noise, and you could hear that it were old planes, and all of a sudden this came. Unbelievable, look at that. Unbelievable, absolutely flipping lovely, these aircraft. Okay, I'm going to wait until they start up again, hear the sound of those engines. Okay, it is very windy today. That is something that is right now. So it is very windy today, but I mean, dude, this is unbelievable. It's really great to see the Fokker 4 actually being here. A little more information about the airfield, Lelystad Airport. There's been a lot of discussions over the years, well actually over the 10-20 years, whether or not this airport should be open for civilian aviation. Hopefully this year they will give the go-ahead so that this airport will do European flights. But for now we're just going to look at this lovely, you know, the Fokker 4 aircraft. Absolutely fantastic. See some of the clouds coming up. Absolutely lovely. Another airplane coming there. Just, I think it's a Cessna. Yeah, it's just a Cessna. More planes taking off here. Cessna taking off. Ah, fire brigade. I think they might take off. Fire chief. So it really is great. It's lovely to see these aircraft being here. Yeah, it's a fire chief or something. I think it's a fire chief. So now they're all going to refuel up, and hopefully we'll see them leave. So what the reason was today is this year is the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Netherlands. And today was the 80th liberation of Harderwijk and that area over there. So these planes, they just did a flyby over Harderwijk, and well, they're refueling just, so we're going to see if they take off in a minute. It will take more than a minute because they have to refuel and all that. But really lovely to see these old birds. Absolutely flipping lovely. Yeah, I'll say that. It's just right. Okay, they're going to refuel. Just a little information. As I said before, there was a lot of discussions about this airport, like Lelystad Airport, whether or not it should be open for the public, for European travelers and all that. There's been so much discussions due to the economy and CO2 or whatever, all that nonsense, whether or not it was good for the environment. We know that planes, of course, they're not environmental friendly, but nowadays we have aircraft like the EasyJet has the Neo, and the Neo is known as a friendly aircraft. There's another one, smaller one. So hopefully this year the Dutch government will rule whether or not the airport will open or will remain closed for civil aviation. I don't know if you can see it, but way there in the distance, that is our new terminal building. So if we get the green light, then that will be the main airport over there, and this will be for planes like this, for smaller aircraft like them, and for tourists traveling to Europe, throughout Europe. Over there will be our main airport, where everything is actually already ready. So the only thing we need is the go ahead for this airport, and then we could go. There's also another thing. The Dutch Defense, Ministry of Defense, they have said that, okay, we want to base a number of F-35 Lightning IIs. But the boss of this airport has said, okay, if you want to put Air Force jets here, station Air Force jets here, then also open the civil aviation. So that's going to be the discussion later this year, whether or not to allow the Air Force jets to come here and to open the airport. So it's going to be very interesting, 2025. But this airport, everything is already ready. They've extended the tower because it was a different tower in the beginning. It was a lot smaller, so they hired it and all that. It's all hired and all that. The runway is now, I believe 2,700 meters long, so it's suitable for Airbuses, for the smaller Airbuses and smaller Boeings. So yeah, I'm just going to check here. Don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to start up. I think they're going to start up. Don't know what that was. I'm not starting up yet. That's the fire chief. I think it's some sort of an inspection, I have no idea. Don't know why the fire chief is there. I think it's an alarm, testing its alarm or something. I think it's testing its alarm systems. Fuel going into the wing. There's that. So we got fuel going into the wing. So we can just zoom that a little there. See that fuel goes out, goes in the wing there. Yeah. So hopefully they'll start up soon. So yeah, that's there we go again. So there's a big issue about this airport, but you know what it is? I live here in Lelystad, and everyone that knows Lelystad Airport, It is in the middle of nowhere. You know, the only things we have are farmhouses way over there, so it's actually surrounded by farms and all that. But you always have these people, these Karens, these environmental freaks that are against an airport, you know, pollution this, pollution that. Absolutely ridiculous. And it would be very good for us here in Lelystad if this airport opens. Companies that would probably fly here would be Transavia of the Netherlands, we believe EasyJet, Ryanair, Wizz Air has been mentioned, Corendon, I don't know, they weren't so positive about Lelystad Airport, but who knows in the future. But at least EasyJet, Ryanair, Transavia, Wizz Air, they're very positive about Lelystad Airport being a, you know, another European destination. So maybe someday you people will be flying to this airport, Lelystad Airport. It is a part of the Schiphol group. So it's just like what you have in England. You have, you know, all those airports around London. They're all connected with London. This airport is also connected with the Schiphol group from Amsterdam. So we're going to be waiting until these aircraft here, the Fokker 4, restarts their engines, and we're going to see them leave. I don't know if they're going to take off because they already landed. It's possible that they're refueling now and they'll probably take off again. See you soon. Okay, they're boarding the aircraft. So we might just see, I don't know if they're going to actually take off. They're all going in their aircraft. Wow. I have no idea how old these planes are. I'll have to Google that. But these are pretty old Fokker aircraft. I do believe they are after World War II. Personally, I would think the 50s, maybe 60s. I wouldn't think younger than that. Probably the 50s or the 60s. You would think. They have the Dutch Air Force insignia on the side. So we're just gonna stay with me here, and we're gonna see these planes start their engines. Very exciting moment. Probably doing the check. Oh, there it goes. Listen to that. Listen to that. Wow. Absolutely lovely. Listen to that. Gave me a wave, that pilot. See if it gives me another wave. This pilot here. Yeah, there it goes, thank you. Ah, lovely. Absolutely lovely. The pilot giving you a wave there. Well, there they go, the Fokker 4. Unbelievable. What a noise, man. This is absolutely flipping lovely. The sound of these aircraft. There goes a normal one. So the Cessna. I think these birds are going to take off again. The Fokker 4, if they move to the left, that means they're going to go for the runway. If they go to the right, they won't go for the runway. But you would think, okay, they refueled up, so they might take off. Absolutely flipping fantastic to see these old birds. This is the closest I can get. That is a downside about action cameras. They only give 2 to 3 times zoom. But I do have... There's someone landing now? I don't know. It looks like it's going to land. I do have something in my mind. Not 100% yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am considering to buy a real camera for these kind of events. Personally, I was thinking about buying the Nikon P1100 with that tremendous zoom lens. I think it's 125 times zoom, 3,000 millimeters. Oh no, they're going to the right. That's a shame. They're going to the right. That means they're not going to be taking off. But we heard the sound of those engines, we heard the roar. But they're going to the right, so I think they're finished flying. They did their flight over Harderwijk to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the liberation. And we were here to see them land and refuel. So they did refuel, but they're not taking off. That is strange. So they're all going back to the hangar, I believe. Don't know if you can actually see them on the cam, but I can still see them with the eye. And you can hear it in the distance. So that was it. Now, unfortunately, they're not going to fly. They're all away now. I can't see anyone anymore. They're at their hangar, I believe. So, unfortunately, they won't be flying. I really expected them to fly again, but I could just I don't think so. I do hear another plane. Yeah, there's just another plane going up there. Okay, that was about it. That was it, folks. The Fokker 4. I love to see them, really. It was really lovely. Absolutely flipping lovely. Alright guys, that was it for today. No drone flying, still a lot of wind. But we did get to see the Fokker 4. Lovely. See you in the next vlog, guys. Alright. One last final surprise. For those who've never seen the Aviodrome, that is this. A 747 of KLM. That is a part of the Lelystad airport. And here, right there in the distance, there you see the Fokker 4. They went over there. So if I zoom in, right over there in the distance, you see those Fokkers that we just saw refueling. So their hangar should be somewhere over there. This is so this is the Aviodrome. I can't show you a lot more than this because fence and all that. And what you see over there, that used to be the original tower of Schiphol Airport. Way back in the 60s, I believe, 50s and 60s. So what you see there was the original tower of Schiphol Airport, of Schiphol International Airport. At the top, I don't think you can see it on the action camera, but at the top you see the flag of Amsterdam with the 3 crosses in it. So that used to be the official airport of Schiphol International Airport in Amsterdam. And they moved it all here to Lelystad, to the Aviodrome. There are a lot of aircraft inside here. I think here you see a helicopter. Yeah, there you see a helicopter. And there also another aircraft there. So this is indeed a part of Lelystad, Lelystad Airport, our aviodrome. Absolutely big this thing is. The plane itself did not land here when it came here. It came in bits and pieces, and it came with a boat. So yeah, pretty big plane there. It's exactly the same aircraft that was involved in the Tenerife disaster. This exactly the same year, only of course this is another one because the original one, you know, everyone knows that story. But this is the exact same kind of 747 that was involved in the Tenerife disaster. I believe that was somewhere in the 70s, I believe, the biggest disaster ever, between a KLM 747 and the 747 from Pan Am, I believe. Terrible disaster that was. So yeah, so this is the same sort of 747 that was involved in the crash, the accident of the Tenerife disaster. So that's just what I wanted to show you. So we have the airport, Lelystad Airport, and we have the aviodrome. A lot of more aircraft inside. World War II, World War I aircraft are inside. All kinds of airplanes. So once again, if you visit Lelystad and you have had the Batavia and all that, I recommend Aviodrome. It really is a great place to visit. You can especially for kids, a lot to do for kids. So it really is great to visit on Sunday if you're here in Lelystad, the Aviodrome. This time I'm really gonna go. I thought, okay, the Aviodrome, we gotta get this one. Alright guys, this time I'm going. See ya, good day, and oh yeah, have a great Easter.